Welcome back to more Deep Rock. Last time, we've...
Orbital insertion sequence initiated off the drop bar.
did a level in a place I do not like because everything hurts you. And this is kind of like cramped and weirdly vertical focused. I don't know, it's a cave game, you know, there's gonna be vertical levels. It's like kind of, it's that cramped and vertical, that combination is just kind of, yeah.
Check your gear and let's go!
Alright, listen up.
Granted, crystal zone might not be very good. As good.
Called in scanners from orbit and mount these on the crystals. These will pinpoint the location of a Morkite geode. Inside, you will find the objective of this mission. Precious Morkite seeds. Bring them back, team.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Thanks, Bosco! Zip line up! Light it up! Focus fire here! You want some more? Booyah!
Ow. Immortality field.
Fire! Shield recharged.
Health. Not a lot.
Go! Get to work! Get out the way!
There's just no way up.
Support fire, please! Yeah. Take care of this. Shoot it!
That's just a low bug. I want backup because there's just a ton of material stuff up there.
Nope,
The flares are recharging.
Is it down to go up? I don't need all those materials, but it's like... was there a pit there in the first place?
Attack here!
Oh, I'm here.
Resonance crystal here. Send me one of them scanners. Bosco! Zip line up, loose. I'm full. Heading to the mule. I need the damn minecart on legs. Where is it? Bosco, mine it! Rocks and stones may break my bones, but beer will never hurt me. Gee.
We got a hell of a blip heading your way, team. Get ready.
Lovely. Lovely.
Combat positions. The swarm is here.
Attack! By the beard! Let's clear them out! I was made for mining. Molly was meant for hauling what I mine. I need support.
Scanners show the wave is thinning out. Take out the rest of them. Stat.
Go, Bosco! Fire! scared of you! Mine it.
That's one scanner, more to go. Step on it, miners. We got work to do.
Support fire, please!
It just happens to be the easiest way of dealing with the secondary.
Hey, mount.
I should really fear low cave complexity.
Flares charging!
It's just likely to have a pet. Just a random pet. No big deal. Till it kills me. I'm glad I'm only doing 3 of these right now. Ah, my head. I guess I'm just kind of tired.
Yeah!
I don't know if that is premium currency. I don't know that it is.
Have to wait for flare recharge. Took out a loot bug. Bosco! Focus fire here.
Problem is less everything as a problem is getting lost.
Secondary objective completed. Now finish the job.
Crawl back to hell. Resonance crystal located. Let's get the
Turn around.
resonance scanner.
Not that I'm complaining.
I killed the loot bug, and I'm not so proud. Let me mind this.
Unfortunately, you can't do the "we're rich" thing while in single player. I would absolutely do that for a video. Because Bosco just picks it up. It just orders Bosco to pick it up, not
Good. Just one
just
scanner
look
more,
at it.
minus.
Help me carry this.
Despite everything, this has been a pretty lucrative mission. Also, just kind of been. How long have we been 17 minutes. Already. No biggie.
Go! Get to work!
I can always extend the buffer by 3.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Lovely.
The swarm is upon you.
Flares! Recharging!
Oh yeah. Fall damage is actually quite brutal. It does not take a lot for you to take fall damage.
Right here!
Yeah, it's like, at some point you just ignore the swarm. They'll take care of it as it goes. You don't need to immediately hold out. Sometimes.
Flares recharging!
In drill dozer, you do, or escort missions, you do absolutely need to hold out. Because you're not worrying about just yourself. In solo, you, for the most part, you can just kind of rely on Bosco to handle everything. While you just kind of run to the objective. Or run around. Granted, Bosco's not particularly powerful. In 2-player, like, a second player will be able to do way more than Bosco ever could. This doesn't matter the class. Because each class has their own reliable skill set. Now, flesh out a team. Like, Gunner's good for damage and repeated mobility. Engineer is good for, like, creating platforms. For, like, everyone else to stand on, and setting up a defensive holds. Driller is good for mining and creating passageways. And Scout is good at objectives, and with certain upgrade trees, routes, damage, boss shredding.
That guy in mission control, he really has a cozy job.
I have enough for a resupply when the time comes. It's really the main goal.
Flares ain't ready!
Okay, it's in this area.
Where is that damn resonance crystal?
Right here. That's the tumble we took. Pretty easy mission.
I found the resonance crystal. Send a scanner down to me.
Really up there.
Bosco, find it.
That works.
Step 2. Set up the scan head on the resonance crystal.
All scanners read green. We got full triangulation. Drill-o-vator en route. Clear the landing site. All scans complete. Drill-o-vator en route.
Pickaxe!
Yeah, at a certain level, at least on like Hazard 2, you really can just tank a few hits. Even with when lethal enemy is that's lethal whatever it's called is engaged, you can really just go.
Supply ordered.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
I ain't the one to sort this stuff later. Rock and stone, everyone! Rock and stone! Time to restock! Getting supplies!
Yeah, time to restock.
Zipline, done. Grabbing ammo.
Get on board the
just wanted a refill on my...
I'm starting the drill elevator. Get on it.
Bit of a refill.
I'm booting up the drill elevator.
That's it. We're moving.
Part of me wonders, if you're stubborn enough, could you, with something like Driller, get to the geode without the drill elevator? Those of you who know Deep Rock better than me,
It will be a moment before the drill is through.
let me know. Has somebody tried this, that, before? And I could look it up, but...
Die like your mother dead.
I guess it's just easier to ask the audience, me audience that I'm probably not going to get a response from. I say that semi-jokingly because
Law tracks maintained.
I have a lot of times when I ask a question, I don't tend to get. I just don't tend to get many comments in general. Not that it's a bad thing. Well, maybe for algorithm is kind of a bad thing, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I generally don't get that many comments.
Stop him dead.
I guess in the meantime, while we're heading down the elevator, we could talk about Half Minute Hero. I am stubborn enough to finish Half Minute Hero. All signs point is I should just kill the series. Half the time I don't particularly enjoy playing it. I mean, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Hang tight, miners.
Not my, but it also gets like nobody watches it. It's a problem.
Go, go, go! Grab the Morkite seats before we get overrun. Let's go. Line it.
Nobody watches it is kind of the problem. Granted, I don't know if that many people know what Half Minute Hero even is. So that may be the cause, and there's probably also a bit when my tags were kind of still bad, and I haven't quite gone and updated. But granted, I don't know what tags I would add to it to make it pop more in the algorithm. I just kind of nobody is interested in Half Minute Hero, which is unfortunate because I do actually I do like the series, and I do eventually want to do 2 at some point, but like nobody watches it. I don't think even the video I did of 2 got that many. And it was a side mode. Yeah, I don't know. Because I also kind of ride a lot on the game itself. It definitely has a bit of that first game syndrome where the ideas that worked was expanded a lot more in the sequel, as sequels tend to do.
better hurry.
Yeah, sequel tends to get a lot more expanded in a sequel. One is kind of rushed in a lot of areas. I like it in a lot of ways, but it is undeniably rough.
There's one for car.
Aircraft departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Loot bug eliminated.
This 2 being a lot better, and every asset. It is a bit of a generic, like, RPG story, but it's still... But that's what it's trying to be. It's not trying to be the next Final Fantasy, it's trying to be, you know, a tongue-in-cheek riff on the genre of, like, RPGs, because RPGs are traditionally known to be very long. And to be fair, Heaven and Hero doesn't actually, in full, doesn't actually break that trend. What it does is make each level about half an hour. 2 gets a bit long, but 1, like, 90% of levels in 1 you could just do in 30 seconds if you know what you're doing. And it doesn't definitely have the killer weapons be a lot more useful, I felt. But yeah, 1 was... But yeah, it's supposed to be tongue-in-cheek at the start, because again, RPGs take a long time. Like, multiple hours, 100 hours, maybe, to like, 20. I'm gonna finish my thought before I end. It can be it can be very long. While having a hero, it's like, okay, what if an RPG was 30 seconds? And yeah, some levels can be very long, but none of them goes to, like, more than a couple of minutes, maybe. I think the longest is, like... Well, the longest one is, like, Hero 300. But in 2, there isn't, like, Hero 300. But it's like, I don't think anything goes longer than, like, 5 minutes at most. It's just some that can actually drag on to pretty long, but those being, like, ironically Hero 3 and Hero and, like, the super ultimate bonus level can also drag on, but that one's meant to, you know, you're just meant to grab a lot of money. It's also coincidentally one of the best ways of grinding coins. Because your goal is to max out the money counter. I will not explain why. I'll worry about that later. I'm not going to explain why. But yeah, your goal is to max out the money counter. So, it's the main goal of that. But yeah, none of them really take all that long. If you take the entire package as a whole, yeah, I can take... Even... I think 2 has like over 200 levels. And have an actual overworld with stuff to get. There's global dungeons. Whatnot. Basically, miniature dungeons that do not have the time limit. Which is interesting. So 2 can be very long. 1 isn't actually all that long. I think I took longer on it because I try to get for all the objectives in the first half, and each thing can be kind of long in and of itself. I don't know. It's just something interesting to think of about. That's cool looking. Anyways. So yeah. I think quite interesting. I like Half Mini Hero. People do not like watching Half Mini Hero. Till next time. Probably for Half Mini Hero. I think I'm going to do a bit of recording for that, get a little bit further. Just to build that buffer a little bit more. Till then.